How do you rediscover joy or allow yourself to feel that joy again?
Yes, no, such a really excellent question. And I get that question a lot. And for me, it starts with very simply just creating awareness. Creating awareness of what brings you joy and what takes it away. Instead of just charging through our day, doing our work, and interacting with the people or family or friends or professionals that we have to interact with, and just get from breakfast to dinner, and then you watch TV and you go back to bed, and we're not giving ourselves any space for self-evaluation.
Mm,
That's not any kind of punishing self-evaluation, because some people, they do that and they just feel guilty about all the things they didn't get done, or when
right.
they got impatient that day with their kid, or this is more just evaluating your joy, what takes it from you and what brings it to you. So and sometimes things take joy away that we don't even think about.
Mm,
Sometimes some people, I lived in Los Angeles for a long time, and, traffic there to get 3 or 4 miles could take you an hour and a half. I mean, it's just, and by the time you got there, you were so stressed out. And so, you're just like stressed out for the rest of the day. So, but then you think, well, everybody has to do it. It must just be fine.
mhm.
Um, and not that we can always avoid traveling to appointments, but are there ways you could make it simpler? Are there ways you could go sooner and be earlier and not end up stressed? Um, Sometimes just people that we hang out with. We kind of forget that this person maybe a friend or an acquaintance or a business person that we see a lot, is constantly in a negative frame of mind, constantly
Mm,
talking negatively, complaining, gossiping, complaining about how the world is all like terrible and there's nothing positive or hopeful or bright or optimistic. It doesn't mean you can't be that person's friend, but how much time are you spending with that person?
and that's powerful.
Is it really pulling away from you? And these are the things where you start to little notice, in your life, when you become observant, when you start paying attention. And then, of course, on the reverse side, what are the things that really bring you joy? Um, I love dogs. I love all animals, but I love dogs. So, for other people, and myself as well, being creative. A lot
Mhm.
of times we get so stuck in our work, from our routines and our family and school and kids and whatever that is, that we forget how much we are creative beings, and that we need to exercise that. We need an outlet for that. Whether that's just drawing on a pad while you watch TV, just sketching, making pictures. Maybe you love to draw. Maybe you love to write. Could you get up an extra 30 minutes earlier in the morning and write, whatever kind of writing that is, whether that's journaling or creative writing or whatever?
Mm.
Or building things with our hands. Or for me, I love cooking. To me, it's a science, and it's beautiful, and it's art, and I like how it looks and how it's presented, and how that gives me a lot of pleasure. Some people like working with plants. It might just be two geraniums on the porch, but it's plants, it's a living thing. How often do you get out in nature? And nature doesn't have to be a big long drive or bus ride somewhere. It can really be just the park that's close to you,
Mhm.
or sitting in your own back garden, or and
Oh,
just,
keeping simple, is it? Just
yes, simplifying. Can you put the phone down? Can you leave the phone in the house and go sit down outside for 10 minutes and
that
just
can be a
be?
struggle for a lot of people these days.
I know people very close to me who can't do that. But it's incredible when you do that. A certain kind of, the first couple times it feels awkward because you feel like you're missing something. But then after that,
Yeah.
whew, you feel
They're
like there's
very
this
addictive.
pressure relieved. This pressure is relieved. And you're just like, it is that suddenly you notice there were birds singing, or the sun was shining, or I
Mm,
even love the rain. If it's like a light rain, I love walking in the
yeah.
rain. It's just connecting, right? And just
Paying
being.
attention, because if you scrolling your phone, you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. You're not hearing the wind whistling or the rain or the birds, anything.
No. And we've kind of forgotten that we're not our phones.
Mm.
I've said that before. We think our entire life revolves around electronics, and that's actually how we are defined ourselves in many ways. People
Mm.
now, social media, their website is online. Everything is who I really am, is living in this virtual
Yeah.
space, when really you're still a tangible flesh and blood mammal, human piece of nature. Not like we go out and look at nature. We are nature. Every time we take a breath, that's nature. Every time we
Mm.
walk on our feet, that's nature. Nature is who we are, not living in some, imaginary electronic space. So just getting back connected to ourselves and